You okay over there, Amber?
I'm good.
Guard, 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 guard. And who do we wake up next?
Locke and Raven, right?
Yep.
Guard, 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 guard.
Yep.
Is our watch over, Mitch? Mitch? Oh no, he's got the encounter going.
Well, this is too nice, too well thought out of a map with an archaeologist. We couldn't just blow through this.
You guys metagame this, I will kill everyone. I will wipe this whole fucking campaign.
Hey, that's why I tried to make us stay.
I see Marikoth is off in the distance there by himself. Ready to be
He's still
picked
lost.
off by whatever comes by. Okay, we're back. Okay, so you guys basically spend the night on edge, but nothing happens. The morning breaks. You can see that Avery he wakes up almost with the dawn. Gets up. He's got a smile on his face as he's sharpening his pickaxe. You guys kind of stir a bit and get up, and you see he's out there. He greets you all with a good morning. He tells you that he's going to be working on that wall probably for the next day or so. If you do look around, he asks you to please don't disturb any sort of man-made things that you see. In other words, if you see like there's a few rocks that don't appear to be natural in a row, please leave them alone. If you see that there's a bit of wire here or a bit of wood that possibly could be, you know, a wall or a door or a fence, please leave it alone. You know, that sort of thing.
Mitch, wasn't he going to show me his maps and take us on a tour?
Is that what you want?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah,
when he's showing me the maps, I'm looking for a common point to survive through all the city or all the towns.
Okay, very good. Give me an investigation roll.
Can I have advantage?
No,
Oh,
no, because you're dumb.
Oh, Raven's gonna help because I did
You're
tell.
both dumb.
hey!
Wow.
So you get disadvantage on both because you're both stupid. No,
I
go
was
ahead.
taught by monks.
Well, Raven's already looked over the maps, so you can go ahead. Take advantage.
You're way too nice.
I know. Well, I've dumped on you guys so much recently, I figured I'd give them a break every once in a while.
Check it out. That's
Okay, the
awesome.
only thing that kind of
Boom,
seems
nice.
like the same area appears to be where the statue is now. You can see
Dun,
that
dun, dun.
it's like the center of town, basically. Each incarnation, he's got 3 maps, and each time it's an incarnation. The first map, it was the central meeting hut. In other words, they built like it's kind of like, you think Viking terms, they had one large dwelling that they all gathered in for meals and stuff. The second time, it was the house that the mayor had that was enclosed in a wall. And the third time was the statue that became the center of town and the hub of activity and trade in this area.
Hey, Raven, can you take a look at this?
Sure. We're marking it.
You've already looked at these. It's pretty much the same thing looking for you.
I'm gonna pull her aside and Amber. Every single map that I've looked at, the one thing that has not changed is that statue.
No, the statue does not appear until the third or the last incarnation of the town.
That area by the. Oh, okay. So I guess what were you saying about that
Like
particular
center,
area?
like the center hub of the town.
Where the statue stands is where the center has been for each town. At first it was the lodge, then it was for a mayor's house, and now there's a statue. I'm gonna suggest we start looking there. The only other thing I was looking at is the bridge, and I was looking at up and down, but I didn't see anything. What do you guys think?
Marikov? Can you...
Yeah,
The guy
is there
said-
something that you need?
The guy said it would be like magical or something, right? Would it
I would
do?
assume.
Can you do that eye thingy and see what you see?
Mirakoth begins.
Well, let's move over to the statue so we don't disturb this guy.
Mirakoth follows, begins casting, and starts looking over the statue area. Detect magic.
Okay. He's not able to detect anything, really. As you see Avery, he gathers his equipment and heads off to where he was when you guys first spotted him.
Start
Maybe
looking
I
around
should
the area.
walk around town.
Yeah, he was going to give us a tour, too.
You probably forgot.
He seemed pretty focused on what he was doing.
Well,
I want to start taking a close look at that statue.
Okay. Again,
the base
it
of it
appears to be
particularly.
a statue erected, possibly marble or some sort of stone, very similar. It's maybe about 18 to 20 feet high. It was, it looked like a half-orc warrior. Like I said, the top part of it is broken from the neck down to below the armpit of the right arm, and is slid off into the ground. It's been overgrown by vines and weeds and whatnot. Some of it has been some of it has been broken away and whatnot, but it definitely appears to have been put there for a purpose.
I want to look at the part that broke off. Does it seem hollow inside?
It does not.
I guess if we look down, can we see down where it broke off at inside and see if it looks hollow?
Are you gonna bust apart the statue?
No, I just want to look down, like where the part broke
Oh
off.
no! It's one solid piece of stone.
Look at the base and see if there's anything there. I'll get behind the statue, dig around a little bit.
Sure. Digging with what?
Just a dagger.
Yeah, it's just overgrown weeds and dirt and whatnot.
I don't see anything, guys. Somebody else having any ideas?
Outside of breaking up in the statue, which would cause problems with our new friend? Although, the statue hasn't been there the whole time, right? So it's probably something to do with the base.
That's what I
Or under it.
You want to try and move it? Quietly?
I could.
Wait, we weren't supposed to disturb anything.
Hey, Moldrin, we need more firewood.
But the fire's burning just fine.
Oh, no. It'll be done by tonight. Or an apothecary.
Well, I can get more firewood, but
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
we can't move anything or touch anything, you know.
Don't worry, we won't. We were just talking about if we did.
But somehow I always tell when you're not being straight with me, lad.
I'm hurt. I'm always honest with you.
Talon, what do you think in the font?
Can't hold it any longer.
Talon,
Starts
the only time I ever threw that eraser at you was because you had told me you had not touched my scrolls, and then when I went later I found them all covered with jam.
You still can't prove that was me.
I know it was.
It was the raspberry jam, and only one man on the 7 seas uses raspberry.
Well, when I was looking at the maps,
It was the dreaded noodle incident.
what I found was this particular spot here has been the central meeting place for all incarnations of each town. So it started off as a lodge, then it started off as, in the second incarnation, as the mayor's place, and the third, the statue appeared here. So the two things that have not changed the whole time here is this statue and that bridge.
Well, no, the statue's not been here the whole time.
Well, not the statue, but this. And I'm thinking,
Mitch, oh, go on. Sorry,
I think this is where it's at.
Mitch. I look around the physical dimensions of the town from this point on. Are we physically in the center of town?
Yes, the main center of town. Now,
Like
the last,
if this
the
if
very
this was
last,
a circle, we're in the center of the circle.
Yes, absolutely. The last incarnation, the last map that you guys have, the town became the largest it ever was before. So, but as far as the center of town, as far as where people, came in and did their trade and that sort of thing, this is it. Dead center.
So you're thinking there might be something on... Wow. Sorry. So you're thinking there might be... Whoa. So you're thinking might be something buried underneath it?
That would be my guess, but I don't know for sure.
So, you think if we mentioned this to Mr. Archaeologist Dude, he might excavate it for us?
Oh, that's a grand idea.
That's what I was thinking too.
And then, everybody's happy.
Okay, that didn't cross my mind, but yeah, okay. I was thinking we'd just do it ourselves or push the statue over.
Oh no, lad, that would be more.
Yeah.
He's shown us a lot of
He's been a really good guy.
to this point, so let's respect his work and see if he'll come over here and spend
Firewood,
some time
really,
around
lad.
this.
Perhaps you should negotiate that. I won't.
I look to our muscle.
What? Me? I can try. I'm really not good with the talking thing. I say as I walk back over to the guy.
You're good at everything.
Uh-huh.
It'll work.
I stay a few feet away from wherever he's working.
Okay. You see, he's busy with a pickaxe, and he's not slamming it down. He's kind of scraping away at the bottom of the wall. And it looks like he's found where the wall meets the dirt, and he's kind of scraping away at that as he stops and looks up at you. Hello. Yes.
Hi. She sits down and says, so I'm just curious. Okay, so you know how you let me look at your stuff last night? And then
Yes, my journal, of course.
right, and then well, Talon and I were looking at the maps this morning, and we were just like really curious because you know how you had like all those incarnations of the town, right?
Yes, I have the three latest maps. I don't have anything past that, but I know that this town has been established for at least 5, perhaps 6 incarnations.
Well, we happened to notice there were 2 things that were always the same in everyone.
Yes, the bridge and center of town, right?
Yes. So we were wondering about that center, like the statue, because it looks really neat. And I know you're like really excited about the blacksmith thing, but we were just curious if you'd be interested in maybe doing your excavating thingy over by the statue, because we didn't want to mess anything up for
actually,
you, and we'd help and do whatever. I'm really strong.
I'll be finishing up here within the next 2 days. I'll be moving on to the stables, just to the south of the statue, and then I will be finishing up around the statue. Probably I'll start about midweek next week, and then my term is up.
I don't know if we can stay that long though.
Oh,
See, we left Locke's mom and dad are in Waterdeep, and you know how we want to go home and make sure that they're okay, because they're not doing real well.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
we were just kind of hoping, is there any way you could maybe, pause here for a little while, maybe, and, maybe do the statue today?
Well,
Should I roll, like, I don't know, charisma, persuasion, something?
Shake a booty, girl.
Leg gives you advantage to persuasion.
She's not being seductive, she's being
yeah, bend
friendly.
over at the waist, real low.
You know you're Ronda Rousey.
He's right at
Just
rack
punch him in
level,
the
you know.
face.
I
Up all
was
night.
not planning to touch the statue until next week. What I know I've asked you this several times, but what exactly are you looking for, and why the statue?
Well, you know how we don't know what it is that we're looking
Yes.
for? Well, I don't know, we just thought the statue'd be a good place to start.
So, you're treasure hunters, right?
I don't know.
Did the clothes
I
give
guess.
it away? The fact we carry a dwarf?
Look,
carry
I
a
have
dwarf.
no malice towards you at all. I'm simply here for research purposes. If there's something beneath that statue, I suppose it would have been found by now. Don't you think?
I don't know, it doesn't look like it's been dug up, does it?
Well, this town has been rebuilt at least 5 or 6 times. I'm sure someone's gone through there.
Can I just pose the same kind of question back at you? If this town has been, whatever, and it was going to be found already, then why are you out here?
I'm out here to document how people lived, over 100 years ago.
Well, don't you think it would be amazing if you could find out about that center space?
I suppose.
Maybe it'll give you insight into how everything revolved around it and how it connects.
Well, I suppose I could.
And how does the
cover up
statue
this
connect to
area
this bridge?
And move on to the statue, but my entire schedule will be thrown out of whack. All right, just give me
But
a
you would
few
have-
moments, please. Just give me a few moments and to clean up here, and I will come and we'll excavate the statue.
I will be your assistant and help you any way I can, and I am sure that the others would help you as well. And we just don't want to mess anything up for you. That's all. And, we kind of think it's really cool what you're doing. Well, I do anyway. I think it's neat. So,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
which is why I came to you and asked politely if we could maybe do this, please.
To a geek, that's a pickup line.
Exactly. He's like, all
Pretty
right.
much.
You're interested.
Well, certainly. I'll be right there. Okay.
Raven skips back to the group with a big smile and a thumbs up.
Modwin, while we're waiting for him, can you see any changes or differences in this stone on the statue?
Oh, what do you mean by changes or differences, lad?
I don't know. I thought dwarves were good with rocks.
Oh, I am. I already told you the other day that I can tell it's made of native stone. You know, sometimes when people want a fancy statue, they'll arrange to go miles away to where there's limestone and they'll quarry it out. But this is a rock that was already in this area, this exact area.
Oh, okay.
Good job, sis. I was hoping
So-
I didn't have to pull
Are
out
there
the
any
shovels and
seams
the
on
hammers.
this?
Well, I offered my services, so
You what?
what? Somebody's got to move this. You gonna do it?
You offered your services?
Yeah. I offered yours too.
What?
You guys see Avery approaching you. He's got his tools again in an awkward bundle in his arms, his pack slung over one shoulder as he walks towards you. He's smiling. He sets the stuff down. His eyes very more than occasionally go over to Raven, as if he's looking at her. And he sets his pack and his tools down. So, all right. Well, I didn't have this statue on my schedule for quite some time, but okay. So first, what we want to do is clear it all of overgrown weeds and whatnot. You can use your hands if you need to use a dagger. Please don't use anything larger than a dagger. As he reaches into his pack, he pulls out a knife that has a thin blade, almost stiletto type, and he begins to clear off the head and shoulder part that has fallen off the top.
Okay.
Can we show?
I will
I'll show my dagger.
do it again.
Sure. Is this okay to use?
Yes, any blade no longer than 8 inches and no thicker than 2.
Okay. I will grab a dagger and
Start clearing weeds.
clearing stuff.
Okay. You guys pull out a dagger and go, that's good enough, and just start hacking away.
Yeah, Morwen
You guys are
takes out her
hacking, I mean,
dagger
you
and
guys are
starts near
ripping
the
and
bottom.
pulling and stuff, and you can see he's very painstakingly cutting vines away and pulling it, and he's looking.
Raven watches what he does and does similar.
Okay, he's it appears that he's taking his time. He's pulling vines off, anchor by anchor, and he's kind of clearing it off with his hand. Every once in a while, he'll pull out a brush and kind of brush the top of the statue. You guys. The rest of you guys are just ripping at these things, and you've got the base of this thing and everything cleared probably within about 10 minutes. As you look down, and Avery is still working on just the face of this statue.
All right, we're done over here.
Oh, okay, wonderful job.
If you want to come over here, we can clear around there.
No, let me preserve it, because the face is important. This statue itself is important, so let's keep the face intact, shall we? As he kind of looks at you with a questioning look in his face. And
Whatever you say.
Thank you. Let me get back to work. And he begins again. He's painstakingly clearing this. It's a head. Like I said, it's a head and a right arm below the armpit that he's clearing out.
You know, I could just cast Fireball on that and burn it all off.
Oh, good lord.
Or Shatter and see what's underneath it.
There you go, shatter. It would come in useful now.
Yes, it would.
You guys wait for him to finish?
Yes,
Okay. He takes about an hour.
he's doing us a service.
and he takes about an hour and painstakingly clears it off. He again, he takes his knife, cuts. He takes a brush out. He takes a small sharpened tool, digs a bit till he clears it off, and you guys can see a face appear from this thing. And as he clears it out, he pulls it off to the side, pulls out a rope that is covered in what appears to be a bluish chalk. He puts it against the thing, takes some measurements, and measures against the statue itself, and then puts the rope, or it's actually like a string, and he puts that back away, and then he climbs up as high as he can, and kind of looks at the cut along the head and shoulder area, then back down, and takes out his journal and starts making some notes.
Excuse me, sir, what was that string you had?
Oh, I
What's it
used this
covered
as a
in?
measurement tool. This is very
It's the blue
curious.
stuff.
It appears that something severed this statue. This cut has been made by a sharpened weapon, not by natural causes. Here, and he shows you guys,
Wow.
and when he points it out, you can see indeed it looks like a blade cut into right at the neck and severed it down. He says this
Wow.
this was done by a very large weapon and very large creature. So it's a puzzle in itself. As he gets a delighted look on his face and starts writing again.
What
No,
kind of
we've-
weapon would cut through stone like that?
A big axe.
Exactly.
Ooh.
It's amazing.
I point to my chest.
Hmm?
Remember, I got the axe in the middle of my chest?
Yeah.
He finishes his notes and his sketches. About 2 hours have passed now. As he puts his journal back away, he says, "Okay, let's start at the base. Here, clear away the dirt and any sort of remains, and see if you guys see any sort of markings."
Start doing it.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody starts moving around and starts clearing stuff off. Eventually, Raven, you start pulling out, and you can see that there is an engraving right at the base of this thing. As you pull the weeds away, there's a name that emerges, and it says Magnus.
Hey, check it out. Wonder who this Magnus guy is. Is that this guy's name?
Oh, most likely, he was a hero of this area. Otherwise, they wouldn't have formed a statue of him. However, it appears that someone had some malice towards him and cut this statue down.
Well, that's not very nice.
No, not at all.
Is there any other markings around that area?
That appears to be the only one.
Well, that's all I found. Anybody else?
But keep digging, Mitch. Going down.
If you remember back, you never did find something here, did you?
The Eye of Grumish.
That's what was supposedly here, but it wasn't. Okay, you guys you basically work for another hour and clear out the statue until you get to the base where the base meets the earth itself, and you find nothing. There's no hollows. There's no hidden compartments or anything like that. It appears to be one large block of stone.
Wow, how deep does this thing go?
That's a good question.
Well, we seem to have found the bottom of it. It doesn't go any deeper. The rest of it's just earth underneath it.
I'll dig a little bit deeper, Mitch.
Okay. Are you gonna? What are you? Are you digging under the statue so that it falls on you, or what?
No, I don't want it to fall on me. I want to see if I run into anything digging down parallel.
Okay. Not really.
Okay.
How deep do you go?
7, 8 feet? No, just kidding. I just go a little bit further, see if there's anything under there.
Yeah, you find nothing.
Marikol still has Detect Magic up, I think. How long's it last? Never mind. He casts Detect Magic again and starts looking at the base. Seeing if anything's there.
He finds nothing. Or he sees nothing.
While it's still cast, he walks over to the bridge and looks over at the bridge.
Okay. Again, there's nothing there.
And that should take
Mitch?
10 minutes.
Looking,
Yeah, there's no magic there.
I want to go to the front of this Jew and look where the arm and the head was cut off,
Uh-huh.
and see if it was pointing in any particular direction or indicating in any particular direction.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
Anybody want to help me?
I'll help, but I don't know what you're
Only if you're
doing.
telling us what you're doing.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what I want to try and do is see if this head or if I can visualize it, if we can figure out if it was pointing or indicating in a direction.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll help.
Sure.
Okay.
Damn, I'm Columbo.
It appears that this statue was holding a great sword of some kind, and it was holding it straight, like just the hilt in its hands, up towards its chin, the blade down towards its feet.
But is the great
Maybe
sword
the blade
still
is
there?
pointed right by its feet.
Yeah, it's just been cut.
Okay.
Let's examine the statue itself. Maldwin, can you take a look, see if you see any seams or any hidden compartments?
Aye, sure. Would that investigation
Perception.
or would that be my history stone? Perception, okay.
I'll help her.
Okay.
I'll check out the statue too.
Okay.
Just
Way to
for
go!
general.
Again, this appears to be one solid piece of stone that was cut.
There. I see nothing.
Is Kelly still here?
I'm like, ooh, shiny.
I haven't heard from her for like an hour.
This is a kind of a silly idea. You don't suppose the statue is what we're looking for, do you?
No, not at all.
Doubt it.
But it's, I mean, the sword's point down. It could just be normal, but I don't know. Well, I'm done, guys. We couldn't find it. Let's go back.
I have no clue.
Let's break for lunch and let Avery get back to what he was doing. Thank you, Avery, so much for doing this for us.
Oh, no problem. This is a wonderful find. I must sketch it.
As I
Nope.
try to get people to come back to the camp.
Okay.
Do you need help with anything, Avery?
No, thank you.
Okay. If you
I'll be
do,
there in a
just,
minute.
there we go.
But I've got to sketch this right now, that I have an overall picture of what the statue looked like at one point.
Well, if you want us to move anything, let us know.
Thank you so much.
So guys, here's my idea. The one thing that's always been constant on all those maps in this entire area is that, and I point to the bridge.
Yeah.
If there's, I mean, what we're looking for is something in a box, right? I would think a box might be able to fit behind one of them stones. I think we might want to spend a day inching over that bridge underneath at the base, the foundation, try to find something that may be hidden inside it.
I pull out a rope. Here, I have another idea. I was looking at the bridge too last night. I wonder how many people have looked under the bridge.
That's what I was saying. We gotta get underneath it. We gotta get off the sides. We gotta dig into the foundation a bit.
We could
Okay.
tie a rope to somebody and let him climb down and have a look.
I'm way ahead of you. I'm pulling out a rope and tying it around my waist. Making like a a harness where I can slide down, and handing it to Raven. Do you mind holding this? And Locke?
Sure.
Amber?
I pull out a 10-foot pole from my bag and give it to Talon. This might help you guide yourself down there.
Okay. I'm gonna lower myself over the ledge, Mitch, and start trying to do a spider climb underneath, see if I can figure out or see anything under there.
Okay.
Hey, Talon, you want me to
perception
cast
rolls?
light on something that you got on you?
Yeah, that'd be great. Put it on this pole.
I'll do it on your, Okay. Moradin, cast your light and let it shine. There we go.
Going underneath the bridge, Mitch.
Okay. I need perception roll. Okay. 10?
Yep. I'm going to be going very slowly over this for as long as they can hold me.
Okay.
I'm good.
I figured, that's why
She's
I
got
said
like one hand. She's like, I got this. Amazingly enough, I got this.
She's like one-handed, looking at her nails in the other.
I'm Batman.
That's awesome.
Well-
She's
well-
just that badass.
Well, I have it in a harness, so don't pull too hard.
Right?
Change my
Okay,
religion.
you start
Earthquake!
scouring this bridge. The thing that you notice the most is that it's very well made. It is going to probably last for at least a few more centuries. It's not going anywhere. But there doesn't appear to be any sort of hidden alcove or loose rock or anything like that.
Any markings or anything?
I hate to say this now that
no,
you're all
you
the way
do
down
see-
there.
You do see one marking as you're looking over this bridge. Mark, what is it?
I can't remember the ranger's name. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but
I can't remember it either because I don't have it.
Quick, get me a sledgehammer! X marks the spot. What were you gonna say, Raven?
Just that, maybe Morden? Or, sorry, Modwin? Would have been better to check out the stone to see what might be different.
That's a good idea.
Aye, you can lower me down.
Mitch, before I do, I'll take the lighted end and stick it in the water, holding onto the pole very tightly, and see if I can see anything in the water.
No, you can't.
Okay. I'll come back up. I'll slip the harness around Modwin. I'll do the knots so she does not slip. I won't let them tie it, and you're good to go.
Okay, I think I'll put some light on my dagger here. That 10-foot pole is a bit unwieldy for me.
Now the bridge itself is supposed to be a lot longer, but it lost its you couldn't see the details the bigger I made it, because it's supposed to have a tower on each end. It's supposed to be like a very large bridge. The towers have fallen, but the bridge itself remains. That's where, if you remember, Mark, your ranger was crucified
on the towers.
Yeah, he was crucified on that as the necromancer invaded the town.
Right, and that's where the stone would have been put or carved, where he was dead.
You can see you can see the mark on the let's see, this part of the bridge right about there. Do you guys see that?
Yep.
Alright, that's where you find the mark. It appears that the stone itself has been shaped into a name. I can't remember either what it is, but the bridge itself, I'm just putting it there as a representative of what it was.
Okay, so I'm under the bridge now looking with my little dagger light, and I'm gonna do a history check to look at them.
Okay, you going under the bridge?
Yeah.
Dexterity save?
You didn't ask Talon to do one.
She's on a rope.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just like Talon did.
Yeah, and the pole is to help push on the water there, Liz. Because otherwise,
You're just hanging.
you're just hanging off the side of the bridge.
Oh, okay. I'm using the pole.
Okay, what are you trying to look for?
To see, like, if I can tell anything interesting about the stones made, like, see if one of them's different or anything.
No, this bridge, again, you take a look at it, you realize that this bridge is very well made. It's not dwarven made, it's human made, but it has been made to last. So this thing's going to last for centuries upon centuries. You see that there have been additions here, like a tower here, a gate there, that sort of thing. But overall, it's the base of this bridge that has survived, through millennia, through generations, that sort of thing. But there's nothing here that would say that there's a hidden compartment or a missing stone or anything like that.
Okay. Hey, lads, pull me up.
Pull her up.
Okay.
Anything?
Well, unfortunately, couldn't find much of use, except it's been made by humans, not dwarves, but made very well. And over the years, there have been additions, sometimes they put gates up or towers, but the base of it is what's been there the whole time. That's all.
Maybe we should check around the base.
Aye, that's what I'm thinking.
How's our archaeologist doing?
Probably still sketching.
Let's check on him to be sure.
You go over and look for him.
I will.
Okay. It appears he's still studying or he's still sketching the statue. You can see he's making marks of like where the cuts are made and that sort of thing to try to put the statue back together. And he looks like he's doing measurements of how big the statue is and that sort of thing. And as you go over, he's completely obsessed with this. He doesn't seem to notice you at all.
Okay, I don't say anything, I go back to the party. He's engrossed in the statue.
I'll start checking at the base of the bridge, Mitch.
Okay, give me a perception. Actually, use investigation if you want.
Wouldn't we have to lower you on a rope again?
No.
I will help.
Not much help you are.
Yeah, need to roll too.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, you look around. Like I said, this is a solid bridge.
Yeah,
It's not
look
going
too.
anywhere.
I'm gonna
Crazy
search
mage.
each side.
Look over.
To blow it to pieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna search each side.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all just meticulously going through it right now.
Yeah, and you all come up
Pretty
with
much.
the same conclusion. This bridge was built to last. It's not going anywhere. There doesn't appear to be any kind of secret door or anything on it.
So where the hell are we supposed to look for this thing?
Yep, I go back and I say we go back and say we didn't find it. But didn't he say a lot of people lost their lives looking for this, or his men?
Yeah, and we haven't seen anything.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Are we sure
Maybe
we're
we're
Are we in the right
wrong
place?
Well, I mean, if this town had 6 incarnations, where's the cemetery? Is there a crypt? Is it below ground, above ground?
Ooh.
Do I remember from the map, Mitch?
Now that's a good idea.
Good call, Locke.
That was a very good call, and that's where we're going to leave it off.
Oh, you error.
And we'll pick it up next week. We should have a full cast next week. How exciting is that?
Are we level 4?
Wow.
Yes, go ahead and level up to level 4.
Sweet.
Totally.
Yay!
And we will pick up next week. You guys have hit level 4, and we're going to go from there.